Hi, this is Katie. Today's video, I'm going to do a little mental health and physical health update. A lot of you guys know, if you've been watching my videos recently, that I have been very sick, and I just wanted to update you a little bit on that and include some mental health update stuff as well, because I haven't talked about my mental health in a little while. So I wanted to give you guys an update. So if you are interested in hearing more about my mental and physical health, I hope that you're subscribed and I hope that you keep watching. Okay, so first of all, this shadow right here, mustache? Oh, that's a good mustache. There's a ton of birds over there. Like a bunch are flying. There's like a dozen flying and then like 20 just on the ground. So I don't know if they're having like a party that I was not invited to or some sort of meeting. I don't know. It's 3:43 on a Monday. That sounds like when birds have meetings. I don't know. Also, I don't have earrings on for the first time in probably months. So a lot of things are just weird, but that makes sense for me. I don't have makeup on, but that's kind of normal. Doesn't really matter. So I just wanted to update you quickly on my physical health, and then I'll just start talking about my mental health. I have no plan for this video. Zero plan. Just gonna see what happens. So what is, oh, this is a receipt. I just went to Walgreens. Doesn't matter. Anyway, hi. So, physical health update. If you watched my videos from about a week and a half ago, I mentioned that I have been really sick. At this point, it's been 3.5 weeks, and I was diagnosed with acid reflux, like severe acid reflux. I have not really been able to eat. I've lost over 10 pounds at this point. I was having a lot of chest pain, and then last week, I decided to see if I could drink alcohol. No, that was a bad idea. That was a very, very bad idea, because the next morning, my body decided to reject it. And then so for almost about a week, maybe 5 or 6 days, it felt like I swallowed lava. Like I literally burned my throat because of all the acid reflux going on. I burned my throat. Horrible pain, but I was put on medicine. I've been on the medicine for several weeks, so the chest pain has basically gone away. Now the lava, luckily, the lava pain has also gone away at this point. But so now what I'm dealing with, and by the way, I know that this video is going to sound like I'm complaining. I don't mean it to. I just mean it to like share with you what's going on in my life, to kind of like connect, and so you guys understand what's going on. I don't mean it to sound like I'm complaining, but I know it might sound like I'm complaining because there's just a lot of negative. So I'm sorry. Anyway, so right now what I'm dealing with the most is just trying to get any food and water down. You know, like sometimes if I drink too much water, I feel like it's stuck in my throat or I'm choking. If I drink water with my food, forget it. I feel like I'm like choking. I don't feel like nauseated or anything. I just feel like it's sitting in my throat. And so I have to eat and drink separately, and I still cannot eat a ton. I've been on a super bland diet the last few weeks, and I still can only eat like really small meals. I think the largest meal that I've been able to eat and not feel like I'm choking or nauseated or anything is like a bowl of cream of rice. I can usually get that down. But anyway, so I'm just on a really bland diet now. It is Monday right now. I do have an endoscopy scheduled for Thursday, and so I'm a little nervous. I've had an endoscopy before, like 12 years ago or something. The lighting is so dark in here. I had an endoscopy in my early 20s, and that's when they discovered that I have gastroparesis, and so I already have like digestive issues, and it was fine. Like the next day was a little difficult because like my throat hurt and I could feel where they took the biopsy in my stomach, which was gross. But besides that, it was fine. But this time around, I don't know what it is, but like I'm just more nervous about the anesthesia. Like that's kind of freaking me out. I know it'll be fine, but that's just kind of making me a little bit nervous. But I think it will be good to get, because I might find out some of the results like immediately, like right when I wake up. And so that will be good. So hopefully by Thursday, I'll know some of the results. And then I think they might take a biopsy of something. I don't know exactly what, but of something while they're in there. So that obviously would take a little bit longer to get those results. But so that's just kind of what's going on now. Right now it's a waiting game. It's a eating whatever I can to get down, but I weighed myself this morning and I've lost like 11 or 12 pounds now at this point. And so I have just felt so weak from not being able to eat a lot, not being able to drink a lot, and just losing so much weight so quickly. I have been so incredibly weak and so tired all the time. I've been sleeping so much and like brain foggy and like just out of it. Like I mean, obviously, you know, like if you're this sick and not really being able to eat or anything, it's just, I'm so wiped out. So of course I'm smiling not because it's funny, but you know how sometimes things get so overwhelming that you just smile because of the ridiculousness of it. Of course, on like Friday or something, my body decided to get a cold now. So now I also have a cold on top of all of this. And so it's just like an extra little bit of sore throat, an extra little bit of like my head, like sinusy hurts. Oh, did the lighting get better because I did this? That's cool. But yeah, so now like my sinuses hurt and like my nose is stuffy, and so it's just like a cold on top of all of this. I am wiped out. Like I am so exhausted. And so that's kind of what's going on right now. I'll get the endoscopy in a few days. But right now, I think I mentioned in one of my last videos, I am staying with someone that I know. So I've been staying in a house. So I'm not staying in my car during all of this. And yeah, just kind of under doctor's care, seeing what food I can eat, what food I can get down. I've still been eating, just not a lot, because I just start feeling like I'm choking, or I get really like, if my body's like, you're not supposed to be eating this, I'll get really like brain foggy and stuff, you know? So anyway, that's kind of the update on that. I just gotta wait, have my endoscopy on Thursday. Maybe I'll try to record when I wake up from anesthesia. That might be funny. That might be funny. Anyway, so yeah, that's kind of it. Again, oh, the lighting. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry it's going in and out. I hate it. I know I've gotten a couple comments on my videos being like, we don't care about the lighting. Just like, it doesn't matter. But like, it bothers me when I see it. That's why I say it. So if it doesn't bother you, that's good. But anyway, so to switch over to my mental health, because of everything going on, I have been so overwhelmed and depressed. Wait, I'm gonna interrupt myself really quickly with a story. I got a comment recently. I don't remember what video, but something that I was talking about my mental health, I guess, and someone commented saying, whenever she talks about her mental health, she always says it's bad. The way that it was worded, it did seem judgmental. Maybe she didn't mean it that way, but that's how it was worded. It was very like, sounding like she was making fun of me. Again, I could be wrong. And it just made me think that I firmly believe that most people who don't suffer with like chronic long-term mental health disorders have no idea that it actually can be chronic and long-term and daily and hourly and 24/7. I think some people think depression is just situational or just temporary or just, well, I was depressed once and it only lasted a couple months, then it went away. So therefore yours also should only last a couple months, then go away. I think some people believe too much that their experiences are the only experiences. You know what I mean? There are some people who have acid reflux, for example. One of my friends has it, and he's like, yeah, mine was nothing like yours. He's like, mine was nothing like yours at all. Because you can have even the same or a similar diagnosis, but your symptoms, your experience, how you handle it can be completely different. And so I just do think that there are so many people who, if I say, oh, I'm depressed right now, that they can only compare it to themselves, which makes sense, right? That's kind of logical. Like you can only really have true empathy on things that you've experienced. But I just hope that we can just, as a humankind, can just kind of get to the point of really admitting, you know what, I had depression too, but that does not mean that I know what yours is. And maybe I only had mine for a couple months, but that does not mean that yours is going to last the same amount that mine is. And it does not mean that it was the same severity or the same reasons or the same treatment would work or anything like that, you know? I think some people compare it a little bit too strictly to exactly what they went through, instead of kind of understanding that it's like, there's a lot of different symptoms. There's a lot of different things that can be going on. And so when I talk about this stuff, like I know there's some other people who suffer with similar things that I do. And I know there's some people who suffer with different things who might think that I'm exaggerating when I'm not. And so sometimes talking about mental health is a little tricky, you know, because we can kind of only understand what we can understand. But I just hope that on top of that, we can just accept what someone else is saying and believe them and not just assume they're lying or assume they're exaggerating or assume they're being dramatic. Because there are some people who have long-term struggles, you know? So anyway, my mental health issues are basically 24/7. Are there some things that I do that distract me from them, or where I am smiling and I am having a good time and I do feel good? Yeah, totally. But they're always temporary. I do, in my opinion, have more of a steady low. Again, that does not mean that I can't have fun or do fun things or enjoy things, but it's just generally pretty low. And then so when negative situations get piled on top of that, it does get extra difficult for me to deal with. And so with just, you know, my lower level of just kind of daily depression, which I have gotten used to, there are some even lower dips, not even situational, just sometimes my brain just dips lower. And again, there are some you know, higher. It's a roller coaster. There are some times that I'm enjoying things more, but even with my steady depression that I deal with, which I think, again, some of you guys might understand that, you know, there are some people who have more situational depression, some people who have more seasonal depression or bouts here and there of depression. And there are some people, I know some of you guys feel the same way, that you're just kind of always depressed and you just kind of have learned how to live with it and deal with it. But so adding being sick on top of it, and being so sick that I've barely been able to eat and barely been able to have a lot of water, and I have no energy. Like, I've, you know, been able to go out a little bit here and there, but not really. I'm mostly just lying on the couch. It's just like taken an extra toll that I'm just like kind of miserable lately. And again, I know I sound like I'm having a pity party. I know I sound like I'm complaining. I'm not doing this like so you feel bad for me or anything. I just want to like share. Yeah, I don't mean to sound like I'm having a pity party, but I kind of am having a pity party. Like, I've just been really upset with everything going on, because everything that I enjoy doing, everything that I was planning on doing at this point, at this time, and all my goals and everything that I was supposed to be doing in my brain got shut down because of my acid reflux, essentially, because it's been so bad and so painful, and they don't know what's wrong, and I have to get more tests done, and I'm so weak and so tired and so hungry. It's been 3.5 weeks since I've eaten like a real proper, like, adult-sized meal. It's been 3.5 weeks. And my last meal was a salad. Did I tell you guys that? My last like real full meal was a salad. Come on, it wasn't even like a cheeseburger or anything. And then later that night, because all the symptoms really started like late Friday night, early Saturday morning. So later Friday night, right before all this started, I had some salami and cheese little roll-ups and a couple pickles that weren't even good. And how do you mess up a pickle? And like a couple Cheetos or something. Like, that was like the last thing that I really ate. But anyway, yeah, so I've just felt really like down on myself because I just had all these things planned. And I know the whole idea is like, we can make plans, but God is still leading us. I understand that, but sometimes when you're in like the middle of it, it's like the first stage of it is almost just like, like defeated kind of, or like dang it, like I had all this stuff that I was about to start doing and now I have to postpone it because I'm so sick. And so that's been kind of bumming me out. I never even told you guys, but I can tell you now because it's not gonna happen. I was gonna start a second YouTube channel of me trying ridiculous gluten-free snacks. Like, I was just about to start. I have, one of the reasons that my car is so packed is yarn and stuff, but then also I have a big bag of random gluten-free snacks for that second channel. Like, I was just about to start it and I can't now. I think I probably had like a dozen things back there. I think 11 of them I can't eat anymore because they're spicy or they're fried or something like that. They have tomatoes in them or something that like I cannot eat for at least the time being, but potentially forever. I might be able to add a couple things back, but not everything. And so everything that I bought is stuff that even if I could eat it, it would be months from now that I would even be able to try them. So I had to scrap that business idea. I have another business idea that I am gonna do, but I have so much like brain fog that it's hard to do anything that takes a lot of focus. You know, and I'm in New York right now. I was not supposed to be in New York. And so it's just kind of one of those things. I hate complaining. I'm so sorry, but it's one of those things that like, I really had an idea and I wasn't sick and my mental health was not good, but like I was kind of figuring some stuff out and I knew where I was going to go and I was going to start a second channel and I was going to do all this stuff. And then all of it blew up in my face at once. And again, with how severe my depression and my overwhelm, my negative thoughts and my anxiety is, like, it just has been too much for me. And one of the issues that I deal with, let me know if you guys are like this too, because I don't know if it's a super common trait. When I am going through something, whether negative or positive, I was going to say negative, but I think it's negative or positive. Whatever I'm going through right now, my brain is like, this is forever, which makes sense why when I start dating someone, I'm like, cool, I'm going to focus on this now. And this is just what's going on. And I think that's okay. It means that I can commit well and I can, you know, I have good focus. And I think that that could be a positive trait. It could definitely overwhelm people, which I understand. But with certain things, I think it's an okay trait to have. Whatever I'm doing right now is what I'm doing. And this is reality. However, it's definitely not okay when it comes to pain because my brain does the same thing. When I'm in pain, my brain is like, this is your forever now. And it's not with everything, but it's with a lot of things. It's almost like the intense version of like be here now. You know, like I am so in the moment that I think that that's what life is. It's kind of hard to explain. So when I'm really sick, my brain is like, okay, you're gonna be sick forever. And this is your life forever now, you know? And again, it's not all the time that it does that, but it's a lot of the time. So right now my brain is like, you're never gonna have a cheeseburger again. You're never gonna have pizza again. You're never gonna have a Truly. What are those new Trulies? Like the high percentage Trulies, those are good. Regular Trulies are trash. The high percentage, like the 8% ones, the peach ones, they're delicious. Anyway, my brain's like, you're never gonna have one of those again, ever. And one of the reasons why, I know that it's illogical, but part of the reason also why I don't think it's just illogical is because there is a chance that I might never have alcohol again. There is a chance that I might not be able to eat pizza anymore, that I might take a bite of pizza, it might flare this up, and I might be like, okay, cool, tomatoes are something I cannot eat anymore. I might not be able to eat fried food again. You know, like it's different for everyone, and what triggers their acid reflux and what makes it flare up and what gives them the pain, it's different for everyone. So there is a chance that that is my reality forever. And so I think the logic of my brain is like, Katie, you're expecting the worst. I'd rather not think that I can ever have a cheeseburger again and then realize that I can. That would be exciting. I'd rather that than think that I can have a cheeseburger but never be able to have one. You know what I mean? I'd rather kind of think worst case and then be proven right or be proven wrong than think best case and be proven right or be proven wrong. But sometimes it does make it harder. So right now that I'm going through all this and I am so weak, I'm mustering up all of my energy to be on camera right now, like all of it. And I'm just weak and I'm tired and I'm hungry. And like that, I'm in New York, like some of my favorite restaurants are here and I can't go. And so I know that that's all like such surface level, like Katie, get over it. But like everything combined with being in so much pain, with being so tired, and then with not being able to work on my goals right now. I'm just like physically not able to do that. And having to put stuff on hold, I know is good. I know I'm supposed to be resting. I know that, but it's like hard for me. Honestly, like I don't believe that God gives you struggles. I don't believe that at all. But he obviously knows that we're going to struggle. I believe that he hopes when we struggle that we are focusing on him through it. We're seeing what we can learn through it. And this, it's like, maybe I do need to learn how to rest because I'm not good at resting. Like I'm okay lying around watching TV for a whole day. I can do that, but I never feel rested when I do it. I still feel like my brain is going a million miles an hour. And so I might need to learn how to rest because I literally don't know how to do it. I have a couple times, but like not really, like not generally. I don't really exactly know how to do it. So maybe that's one of the things that I can kind of learn through this. And obviously my plans don't matter as much as God's. That's definitely something that we could always be learning. So anyway, I know this sounded like a pity party. I'm sorry. I just haven't been doing well. I have not physically been doing well, and my mental health, it's not the worst it's ever been, my mental health. It's just, I've been even more depressed because of my circumstances. I feel like I'm barely even awake right now, but I just still wanted to give you a little bit of an update. Like, it's just kind of the waiting game at this point. I'm not doing great. I'm not doing the worst. Like, I'm definitely not doing the worst, but I'm not doing great. And so I will let you guys know the endoscopy results, probably not Friday. There might not be a video on Friday because I'm getting my endoscopy on Thursday. If I have energy in the next day or two before that to film, then there might be a video Friday that I can like pre-film, but if not, there might be one next week, and then hopefully by next week I'll have more answers and I will update you guys. But I literally ran out of space right as I was about to do my outro. But anyway, is it a different angle? Whatever. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you guys so much for like all your comments and your messages, your DMs of like well wishes and prayers and just kind words. So many of you guys are being so sweet. It means the world to me. Like, thank you guys for being there for me, because this has been a hard time. Like it just has. That's just what it is. I'm sorry that I sound like I'm complaining. It has been a hard time. Again, like my depression's not the worst it's ever been by any means. It's not, but I've just felt defeated through this whole thing because I thought that I was like on to doing good stuff, and then I just got slammed with this, and I just don't handle things well. I know some people handle this stuff so well, like they can just like power through it and they see the positive and they have that joyful spirit, you know, and I want to get there, but I'm not right now. I'm just not. I've just been like defeated. And so I appreciate you guys being there for me and being patient with me and just being so sweet. So thank you guys so much. I really hope that you are subscribed, because I will, you know, when I get a little bit more energy back, I am going to do more car stuff. But anyway, again, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you're subscribed. I hope you're following me on Instagram too. I do post a little bit more often on my stories. So if you're curious of, you know, some more updates and stuff like that, I generally even tell people on Instagram things even a little bit earlier or sooner or before, I say them on YouTube. So if you're curious, please go follow me on Instagram. It's just Katie Carney over there. And I still am doing a little bit of crocheting right now. And I do have my crochet account, which is Shop Katie Carney on Instagram. I'm not doing a ton, but I'm doing a little. And so I might take a couple orders coming up. But yeah, I appreciate you guys so much. So just thank you for being here with me. It's been a hard time, and I want to share the good and the bad with you, you know? So thank you again for being here, and I hope that you guys have a wonderful day. I love you, Jesus loves you, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.